Hello there, Sir from 17 once again. This is my Devil May Cry 5 Dante Must Die difficulty S-rank walkthrough. This is mission 10, it's called Awaken, and this is the hardest mission in the game to score on. Beating this mission is not difficult, guys. Scoring is the hard part. I fundamentally think there is a part of the modifier in this game that is clinically broken because of the way that they style you. It simply punishes a player for not doing exceptional on every single encounter, regardless of the size or quality of the encounter they're in. This beginning fight here is going to be your best opportunity to get a really good head start. I've finished this fight once with 7,500 style, and I've still failed this mission because it is so wonderfully frustrating and just ridiculously difficult to score on, unless you're really good at abusing the system, and I'm not. So, the general thesis of what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be trying to keep 5,000 style points for the full level. If you can get to the boss with 5,000 style points, the 1.2 bonus for not dying will be enough to push you over to 6,000 and you'll get the rank. The problem is that every fight after this one is going to bleed your average consistently, regardless of how good you play. And I don't particularly play very good in this run. I played much better in some of my other failed runs, because I think that's just the irony, isn't it, of this kind of game. Whenever something fucks up or I don't play very well, I get the score. Whenever I'm playing super good and I want to share it with people, I don't get the score. And I had one run where I was playing so fucking good, I knew something was going to go wrong, and I died, which was really annoying. You'll also notice I upgraded my HP too. The Dante missions, it's so easy to trade damage that I just thought, fuck it. I might as well jump in there with a bit more to give me a better chance of getting this done. I had a really tough time this mission, guys. It took about 10 attempts. I know that doesn't sound like much, but there was a lot of attempts that never even completed, and there was a lot of restarts as well. And this is a 20-minute mission, so it just feels absolutely grueling to fail it repeatedly. But I get 6,100 style. That's not very good, but it's enough to hopefully keep a good average. The move I'm doing right now with Dante is holding the style button with Swordmaster when you use the Devil Sword Dante. This move is amazing. You can be charging this while doing other moves, and you can send it out there to just constantly hit things, keep them in the air, facilitate juggles, stuns, all kinds of shenanigans, and then just have fun with it and do whatever you can. Another move that I'm going to recommend that you do with Dante to really help you out is, if you have a bit of Devil Trigger, I think it takes 3 bars, if you hold square with that sword, it will power it up and give you summoned swords, and when you attack with any weapon, you will get those summoned swords to attack as well, and it can give you a really good benefit for hitting multiple times, getting stuns, doing damage, and doing style. The final thing that you need to be doing with Dante is taunting in the air. Whenever you are in the air with an enemy, if you can taunt, he will throw a rose at them like he did with Lucifer, and it will give you a wonderful boost, and it will also launch them a second time. If you can get this to work, you can trickster up to them or air hike up to them and continue your combo. But the thing to bear in mind here, folks, is you need to get to Triple S, and you need to keep it. I can't even begin to tell you how awkward this mission is. Like, the way I'm playing right now, I've never had to play this consistently to ever get a stylish requirement in any Devil May Cry. I've never had to play like my fucking life depended on it, because my style is usually enough to tick all the boxes. But on this mission, it's not. And the thing that's really frustrating as a guide maker and as somebody trying to make a beginner walkthrough to do this, you can't play like this if you've not played the game like I have. You can't just pick up the controller and do what you're watching. You can't do it. It's too complicated and complex, and it's really unfortunate because it makes it so that I feel like this video won't even help. And it's such a frustrating experience. However, there are ways around it. I noticed that the more I did fancy, crazy, jump cancel-y, teleporty, going through the style things, the worse I did on score. Watch the parry here. Oh, it didn't work. Interesting, I didn't parry it. Shit, that sucked. But I found that the more I did stuff that looked cool, the worse I did. So, as strange as this is to recommend, I recommend you try to keep it simple. Go into your weapon that you're most comfortable with, start a combo, go to the next move in that weapon, try the next move then, and then transition to the next weapon. Cycle through each of the weapons, doing each of the different styles with them, and then see how that works. Make sure you throw in a bunch of taunts, things like that, and hopefully you'll be getting your average up. But we just got 6,100 from the first fight. That one was 5,700. That means that fight just then hurt me by 400 points. Do you think that that fight was a lesser fight than the other one? Probably, but was it so much so that it hurt me that bad? I didn't think so, but that's how the game works. Now, we have a fight against 3 Chaoses. What I'm going to do with this guy is I'm going to shoot him with the gun to stop him. I'm going to tap the style button while I'm doing it, and then I'm going to proceed to hit him with the phantom swords and shoot him, just to put some hits on him to try and chip away at his armor. If you hit him with a weapon, you will break his like spikes. And the easiest way to do it is to sidestep him, and then stinger him, and then hit him a few times with that. Getting rid of his spikes is paramount because it will stun him, and then you'll be able to do what you want with him. And for this, I launch him, I then throw out the round trip, I go into a couple of different moves using Cerberus, and then from there I'll probably transition into the different weapons. One of the things you won't see me using too much is the kicking stance of Balrog. I just don't really know what to do with that. I forget to use it more so than anything, because I'm still really new with the game, guys. I'm not very good yet, but I'm getting better. My Dante's coming a long way. I'm trying to use the Cavalier much more because I just find it to be wonderfully stupid and it makes me smile, but I'm also not too sure of the best times to use it. And one of the things that I've been using it for now is like covering distance and then hitting multiple enemies, because it has a mechanic that I really like. When you swing the motorcycle, when the motorcycle lights up during the swing, if you press attack then, the next swing will be faster, and you can make the swings happen much quicker, which is super awesome. And then this move here is called a real impact, which is when you are in punch mode with Balrog and you power it up and get ignition so that you're on fire, if you press away from the opponent and style in Swordmaster, you'll do the most damaging move in the game pretty much. And it's really good for building style and just generally causing mischief. However, it's very slow and it's easy to miss, but if you activate Devil Trigger before it happens, you will do the most damaging version of it. But we go into the Dance Macabre. You don't have to end this if you don't want to. You can cancel the end of that and go into something else. Another thing that I forget to do quite often, because you might have noticed if you watched my first playthrough and if you watched me stream this game, I never used this sword. I didn't like it because it threw off my muscle memory. I've since learnt to transition to it, and I'm having a lot more fun with it, but I forget to do drive because Rebellion didn't have it in this game, so it's one of those areas that I'm quite weak. But we were on 5,700 points. Let's see how much my average get bled there. So boom, I lost points on that fight. Did you think that was a fight where I should have lost points, guys? Did I look like I was playing like shit and not doing the right things? This is why this mission is hard. So before you go into this room, if you power up Balrog for ignition and put punches on, walk up to this middle platform, activate Devil Trigger, and do a real impact. If done correctly, you will take out half of this guy's health pretty much. He immediately Devil Triggers, here he comes. I'm going to do Ice Age to stop his moves, and then I'm going to go back into a move to try and attack him. If you can launch him, you can usually land a Dance Macabre on him again. And this will kill him. And you'll get the best style you can pretty much get in 2 moves, and it's still not good enough because this is going to hurt your average. Watch the score now. 5,200. We are 280 points away from failing this mission. Do you think I've been playing bad, guys? Do you think I've been playing in a way that reflects an A rank? Because I don't think I have. This is so much dog shit, dude. I can't even begin to tell you how broken the scoring system is. These 2 Impulsors here, a third red Impulsor will turn up, and you can use this to get maybe 5,300 points, 5,400 points, but unless you're a wizard using Royal Guard to immediately get to Triple S before you start fighting, you are going to hurt your average. And if you hurt your average, what's the point in doing it? There's plenty of fights left, guys. We're not even halfway through this video, and I'm already losing. So this fight is probably the hardest fight in the level. It's a Judeca backed up by Canas and Antinoras, and I'm immediately going to launch him using the round trips. I'm going to go into the air, hit him a few times, and My goal here is to focus on the Judeca, but at the same time not get hit and keep my combo. If I can get to triple S, I can use quadruple S to go into SDT, do a combo, come out of it, and not waste my bar. But this is a tough fight, guys. It's so easy to make mistakes here because there's so many different things swinging at you, rushing towards you, trying to hit you. I'm also getting fucked by the lock-on as well because this game has just no soft lock. It's ridiculous. But we got the triple S. I just need to kind of get settled now and get an idea of what's going on and punish accordingly. There's the round trip into the aerial rave, into the Cerberus. I nearly get hit there. Glorious iframes saved my ass. I throw on the old motorcycle, see what I can do, can't hit shit, back to double S. He's going to do the ground move again, get close to him because he can't do anything then. It'd be cool if you could stand near him when he sends out that pillar of humans on fire, and then the pillar itself came up where you were and hit him. Can you imagine if it stunned him if it did that? Another great design choice he could have had that he doesn't have, and hence he's a piece of shit enemy that I hate. And he's summoning now, so I'm going to hit him with a real impact. And this could kill him. It did. Right now, I have triple S, there's no more Judeca, there's a bunch of Antinoras in Devil Trigger, and I get a parry just then with the Cavalier, so this is going really, really well. I'm going to activate SDT, go into it quickly, do one combo, then come out of it, and then continue the combo, and then charge it immediately again. Hit these guys with something different. I keep missing my roses because I'm not locking on, because it's one of those things that I keep forgetting to do. Here's the always amazing motorcycle, boosts my style, into Gunslinger, charge that Devil Trigger, Chris, and go into it quickly before you lose this. What are you doing? I must have been just too busy in my own head right now. Here we go. Go into it. Do the thing. Do the big thing. Oh, don't do the big thing? You could use it way more than I'm using it, but you don't have to, as evidenced by that fight. So how much did that fight hurt me? Place your bets now, folks. We were on 5,200. That helped me by 200 points. That was an essential fight to get right. If you get that fight wrong, guys, you're probably going to have to restart. However, if you want to play like shit the full time, take no damage, get a 2x multiplier, this level will be easy. Taking no damage on this level is very, very hard to do. Because at the end, you're going to be coming up against everybody's favourite boss, but luckily he goes down really quickly for Dante. This fight here is a Baphomet with 2 Chaoses. I'm going to focus on the Baphomet. As he spawns, I'm going to release the round trip and try and catch him in the air. It didn't work, so I'm just going to boost up my Balrog into a real impact, and then when I'm in the air, I'm going to probably try and land a Rose. It oftentimes misses, and then we're going to start motorcycling these guys. So, whenever they start spinning, try to put your gun on to stop them if you can. I'm going to use the swings to keep me in the air a little bit, but as long as you shoot him, he can't move. And because I was in Gunslinger just then, I was able to do some extra damaging shots. And he goes back into the spinny mode. I'm looking forward to testing that spin to see if I can break it quicker. I'm very much looking forward to showing you a better technique than just shooting them. But I do like this strategy of pressing square, pressing triangle and circle at the same time, alternating, because it enables you to do really fun things. The swords on this weapon are ridiculous. The round trip is as well. The round trip against Virgil is so gloriously broken. You're never going to have problems with that boss again, because it punishes everything, except for Devil Trigger, because his Devil Trigger's bullshit. But, here we go, motorcycle time, into the style button usually. Am I going to go towards them? I am. Make sure you lock on when you do this move. Sometimes you'll just ride away to the wrong place, in the wrong room, and it looks really stupid. Don't do that. I did that. It didn't help. Gonna go for another real impact here. Oh no, I'm on the wrong style. So we do some fancy Kalina Ann shit, which I didn't want, but it's still cool. Back into motorcycle. Dodge out of the way there because I can't get to Swordmaster. Oh, something to bear in mind, guys. My D-pad on my PlayStation controller is bad. So when I press Swordmaster, the game goes, Trickster! And it does it all the time. So if you ever see me move from Trickster to Trickster, it's the controller fucking me. And it happens a lot. I'm going to buy a new one, I think. Because it really, really frustrates me. I miss so much damage because I'm in the wrong fucking style. It's really silly. And I didn't see the style points then, but that inevitably probably hurt me. And that's what this entire fight and this entire level is. It's trying not to bleed too much style to finally win. And this fight coming up is going to be Pyrobats, Hellbats, and a Fury. This is a fight that a lot of people are going to use the SDT for. I'm not going to do that because I want to show you what you can do if you don't have it. One thing that must be said though, guys, use SDT. It's really powerful, it's easy to get back, it'll help you a lot. Especially if you like to Royal Guard, you get Devil Trigger so quickly with Royal Guard. But I tried my best not to use it, and then I thought, fuck it, and I used it against the Proto-Angelo fight to try and get a ton of style, and then when I used it, I immediately regretted it, because I knew I could have done better without it. But in all honesty, guys, I panicked. I was at that point where it was like, I just want to do this fucking rank. So, for some reason, I'm getting nothing with this guy, and he devil triggers, which is really unfortunate, because once this creature devil triggers, it has so much HP. The plus side to it having HP, and the lock-on fucking me then when I tried to trick up to this creature, is that I can hit it a lot more. Look how much I'm attacking it right now. I'm hitting it with all kinds of shit, and it's at triple S, so it's keeping us on that style average. The only problem is it's really hard to see sometimes, because there's fire all over the place, and you're getting hit by weird shit. That's the explosion. Get away from it! That was bad. I got stuck in an animation of mashing the button, apparently, and then here we have the Fury. So, I power up my Balrog. He's going to do his attacks, his 3-hit sequence. I end up stunning him then with the jump, which was useful. I don't want to fight the Fury, guys. I want to fight the Hellbat, but I keep accidentally getting involved with the Fury. And if you focus on the Bat right now and don't look at him, he usually pacifies a decent amount. And if you get lucky, he'll come towards you when you're doing a big move on this enemy, and you'll punch him too. If that happens, he just dies quite naturally. And then if the Bat dies, it can kill him too. So I'm just going to style on this Bat, I'm going to hit it with everything I can, boost my style meter. I should be using the SDT, but I'm conscious of the Fury right now. And here's his one hit, his big hit. He's going to teleport towards you and do a big thrust. If you're in the air, it comes downwards. And all I want to do is lock onto the fucking Bat, please. Thank you, game. Here we go. Let's take this guy down, you devil-triggered twat, you flying burial. And here he goes, he's exploding, and the Fury's near him, and it kills the Fury. Look at that. Didn't even get to fight the Fury, he just died by proxy, which is really cool. But look at my style. I lost style. I kept triple S for almost that entire occasion, and I lost points. I got punished for playing well. Again, the level of being punished for playing well. And it must be said, folks, in the coming future, they will figure out how this scoring system exactly works, and we'll find out all the moves that boost it the best, and we'll just be able to get ridiculous amounts of score. But as it stands, nobody really knows what they're doing with the score at the moment. We're just kind of making it up as we go along, and it just seems so unfortunate and unfair at times, especially this level. This level feels like almost no other level for just how shit it is. And it sucks because it's a good level. I like this level. It's got fun fights. It's got some fun encounters. But all of them just feel completely cuckolded by the fact that every time you finish them, you feel like you're doing well, and then the game shits on you. It's really unfortunate. But here is the Proto-Angelo fight with the Scooters and the Baphomet. I always start this fight the same. I try to do a real impact on him, and then I'm going to go immediately into SDT, because I thought, when in Rome, I'll use it, see how this works. And it doesn't do any good. Every time I see people use this mode, they go immediately to triple S, and it gives them tons of points. I can't even break a fucking S. Look at this garbage. They're all blocking. And then I cancel into the final ending move, and then this does boost me up a little bit more. But the recovery on this move is profound, because Dante gets all exhausted and has to take a knee for a while. So luckily that has hard knockdown. If anything's near you when that finishes, you're in trouble. And the only thing left alive now, I think, is a Baphomet, bizarrely, and this guy. So I noticed that this fella's over here. I take a very much unnecessary hit, which was really, really sucky of me. And then this guy's devil triggered, and he's devil triggered with probably quite a lot of HP. Oh no, his HP's not too high, that's okay. There's his one hit combo. I go for the real impact and I land it. Barely even stuns him because he's such a tanky bitch. And then you play the Nilo Angelo game. Will he hit you? Will he block? Or will you enjoy any of this? Will you keep your style? Will you lose it? Entirely up to the game, because all this guy is a massive sponge. A massive sponge who's programmed to block after certain amounts of hits, and has this wonderful backstep that stops you doing the most powerful move you can do against him. Like, if you want to whiff a real impact, this is the guy to whiff it on, because he has this wonderful dodge. Watch this. Look at that fucking garbage, dude. Admittedly, it's when I devil triggered, the summoned swords were able to hit him enough to trigger his threshold to leave, but it's just so silly. Why would they give this guy so many ways to get out of damage when his life is bigger than my dick? And I have the biggest dick in the world, obviously. That's why his life is so much larger. But this is about the part where I started to get a bit worried, because this just wasn't going my way. I wasn't keeping my style. I'm not doing anything interesting on him because I can't. He keeps fucking off. Like everything else in this game. Hit it fucking once and it runs away. And then he hits me and it's like, Jesus, I got lucky then. That wasn't a big hit, but it still hurt. And now I need to hope I'm over 5,000. And I'm just over 5,000. So here's where this gets interesting. This next fight, if you do not do anything, you will not be graded for it. So I am going to stand and intentionally die. Have you ever seen me stand and intentionally die in any walkthrough I've ever done? Probably not, right? You're about to see it. Because if I fight this fight, my shitty average will go down and I will lose. So DevilNeverCry has turned me into a conscientious objector because unless I play the best I've ever played, which I can't do, I will fail. But there it is, guys, 6,157. I can't even begin to tell you how much harder that was than all the other missions we've done so far. And it was not for reasons that I think are even remotely legitimate. I played very well, and every attempt I did, and I still lost because the game has a terrible scoring system. And there's nothing to excuse it. The scoring system in this level is so broken that in the next level, I'm going to die and still get the rank. Just think about that. Thank you for watching. I wish you all the best, and you take care now.